Hello friends, in today's class let us see a very important and interesting concept, that is pointers. See, pointer is nothing but it is also a variable. In first module already we know what is variable. Variable is a name given to the memory location. So instead of remembering the address locations of memories, we give a name to those memory locations so that we can easily remember the name of that memory location. In that memory location we will store some values of any type, like integer type of value, floating type of value, characters or strings, or a double, any values we will store in those memory locations. So variables are names given to the memory locations. So here pointer is also a variable, but the only difference is variables hold or store values, but here pointers store or hold address. So address of what? These pointers store address of other variable. So pointer is nothing but it is a variable which holds or stores the address of other variables. Okay, so pointers contain only the address of the variables, but they do not contain their values. They do not store or hold the values of variables. These pointers hold or store only address of those variables. Okay, so the symbol ampersand is called as address operator, and it returns the address of the variable. So this ampersand already we know it is an address operator, and it gives us or returns us address of a variable. And one more symbol we use in this pointers concept, that is a star or asterisk. The symbol asterisk is called as indirection operator or dereferencing operator. So it is ampersand operator, that is address operator, and this star is called as asterisk. Asterisk is which operator? It is a indirection operator or dereferencing operator. This star returns or gives us value of a variable that the pointer is pointing to. A pointer will be always pointing to a variable. In that variable, which value is there, that value will be given by this star or asterisk, but ampersand gives us only address of variable. So declaration of pointers we will see now. Like any other normal or ordinary variables, pointer variables also declared before they are going to be used in a C program. Both the pointer variable and normal or ordinary variable to which that pointer points must be declared. So here two variables will be there. One is ordinary variable, and to that pointer one sorry, to that variable one pointer will be pointing. It means that address of that variable will be held by another variable. That variable is called as a pointer variable. So here both pointer variable as well as the variable to which that pointer is pointing must be declared, and also the pointer variable must be assigned the address of the variable. This is very important, because pointer variable obviously holds the address of a variable, so it must be assigned the address of a variable. For example, x is a variable and its value is 2.5. X value is 2.5 and it is of type float type. So if a pointer is pointing to this x variable, it means that if a pointer is holding address of this variable x, then that address of x we have to assign or give to this pointer variable ptr. Here the first declaration statement specifies that the variable x is of type floating point of type and its value is 2.5. Now the second statement is, when the compiler looks at this second statement, it understands that ptr is not an ordinary variable, because it is assigned with ampersand value of variable. Okay, it is assigned a variable along with a ampersand operator or symbol. So ptr is not an ordinary variable, it is a pointer variable. This is because of a prefixed asterisk operator. Okay, Here we will see asterisk operator how we will use in a program. Okay. The third statement indicates here here the second statement in this one. Here first statement is simply saying x is a variable of type float and its value is 2.5. Second statement is telling us ptr is not a ordinary variable, it is a pointer variable. Pointer variable, why it is pointer variable? Because it is prefixed with star. So then third is what here in third statement we are assigning address of this x variable to this pointer variable ptr. Okay. Here the third statement indicates that address of x is assigned to ptr. Now how this x is different from ptr, like x, whether ptr is a normal variable or something special because it is holding address of x. Obviously x is different, ptr is different. X is ordinary variable or normal variable, but ptr is a pointer variable since it is holding or storing the address of x or address of another variable. Okay. So to differentiate the normal variables and pointer variables, we use the indirection dereferencing operator as shown below. So float star ptr. Simply if we use ptr here, then it is also normal variable, but here this ptr is prefixed with a asterisk. So because of this asterisk we can call this variable as a pointer variable. So to return the value of a variable which is addressed by using this pointer, we have to write these following three statements in our programs. So first statement will be always like this. Any data type we should write, and here we can write any variable, valid variable name, and with one assignment statement or assignment operator we can assign any value to this variable. This is how we will write in our normal C programs. But now if we want to store address of this x variable, then we have to declare a pointer variable like this ptr. Okay, it should be prefixed with star, so it is a float star ptr. So star ptr's value will be 2.5. It means that star ptr is telling us the value of a variable to which it is pointing. It is pointing to x variable. In x, which value is there? 2.5. So the value of star ptr will be 2.5, but only the value of ptr will be ampersand x. So to ptr we are assigning address of x in this third statement. So here this will be a memory allocation. This is a memory structure. So 0 is their index and memory location 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, and in this 1 suppose we are storing the value of x, that is a floating point of value 2.5, and 2 is blank, and in memory address 3 the value we can store as a 1. So what is this 1? This 1 is nothing but this 1. It is a address of this variable x. So x is here, x value is 2.5 and address of this x is 1, but this address of x is stored in this ptr value, that is ptr variable. So ptr value will be 1. 1 is nothing but here it is address of x. Okay, so since it is a float, x is declared as a float, it takes 4 bytes, and ptr is also declared as a float, so it also takes 4 bytes. So therefore here ptr value is 1 and star ptr value is 2.5. Try to differentiate here. Ptr just stores the address of a variable, okay, but star ptr stores value of that variable to which that pointer variable is pointing. So star ptr is 2.5. ptr, that is pointer variable, is also stored somewhere in the memory. So ptr is also stored somewhere in the memory. Okay. Declaration and initialization of pointers. Like ordinary variables, pointer variables also can be initialized. The syntax is like this: data type star ptr variable, that is nothing but pointer variable and semicolon. If we leave only this much, then it is a declaration. But to this pointer variable, if you are assigning any expression or any value with the help of assignment statement or assignment operator, then it is called as initialization. So syntax to declare is data type star pointer variable semicolon, and syntax for initialization is data type star ptr pointer variable equal to any expression or any value then semicolon. Okay. Here data type is any basic data type, or it may be any user defined data type like struct or struct book, struct student, like this. Okay. So here ptr variable is a pointer variable as asterisk is prefixed. So ptr variable is prefixed with star, so it is a pointer variable, and ptr variable should be a valid c identifier. Okay. Expression may be anything, it may be constant or it may be any other variable. So let us see one programming example to find the address of a variable and print the value of a variable. Hash include stdio.h, and here open the main function, and in that main function we have to write those three statements whatever we have adopted in pointers concept. First you declare any variable x along with any data type like int, float, anything, and if you want to assign any value to this variable, you assign a value to this variable. And if you want to maintain or store address of this variable x, then you declare one more variable, that is pointer variable ptr with asterisk, and its type is also int because x is holding or storing integer type of value. Then star ptr is also nothing but 10 only, so star ptr is also of type what, int. So these statements we can write before main function also, no problem. Okay, here ptr is a pointer variable. Now come to third important statement, third statement, that is ptr is equal to ampersand x. We are just assigning address of x to this ptr. So ptr value is nothing but address of x, but star ptr value is 10. So assign the address of x to pointer in third statement. Now we will see how to print the address and value of that variable x. Okay. Printf address of x is equal to percentage d. Percentage d is nothing but ptr. As I already told it, ptr is holding or storing address of the variable x. So after that printf value of x is equal to percentage d. This percentage d is nothing but x it is. So this value of x, it is using ordinary variable we are displaying the value of x, but with the help of pointer variable also we can print the value of x, that is value of x is equal to, it is also percentage d. That percentage d is nothing but, here it is not x, here if you observe here it is a star ptr. Here we used variable x and here we are using pointer variable star ptr. This is we are printing the value of x by using pointer variable. So output will be like this, address of x is some any address like 8706 or any 170 like this I have taken, and this address of x will be different from computer to computer and from time of execution to time of next execution. Okay, then value of x is 10 here. This 10 we are displaying by using a ordinary variable, and value of x is equal to again 10. This 10 we are displaying by using a pointer variable. So address 8706 is not mandatory or compulsory. This is simply we have assumed the address here, and this address will be changed from computer to computer and from time to time during the execution. It is not fixed. Okay. Second example also we can see here, program to initialize a pointer variable and print the value of the variable. So hash include stdio.h and float salary. Salary will be in terms of rupees and paisa, so we have taken the data type as a float, so 13,500.00, and to store the address of this variable salary we declare one more pointer variable, that is ptr. It is also of type float. Then open the main function. In the main function without fail first we have to assign the address of salary variable to ptr, and printf salary before assignment. Before assignment or before initialization is percentage s, that is star ptr. Earlier whatever the old value was there, no, for salary, that is 13,500, it will display that value, because in the salary variable which value is stored, 13,500.00 is stored, that value will be displayed here. Percentage f is nothing but star ptr. Once if you want to change or update the value of salary, then we can initialize or assign this pointer variable ptr with any new or other value or other salary like 25,000. Okay, 25,000 dot 0.00, this value will be assigned to star ptr. Now the updated value of salary, here we are displaying salary after initialization or assignment is percentage f. This percentage f is nothing but here, now again star ptr. The earlier salary value was 13,500. Now the new value of a salary is after initialization, it is 25,000. So here both the statements we are displaying as output here. Salary before initialization is 30,000, 13,500. Salary after initialization is 25,000. Next, accessing the value of variable through a pointer. Step 1, declare a variable and initialize a value if needed. Okay, so these three steps we should strictly follow whenever we read or write or access the value of a variable through a pointer. First, what we have to do, declare a variable and initialize a value with a value if we want. That is example, in our example we have written first statement as float x equal to 2.5. Second statement or second step, declare a pointer variable of the required data type. So which data type you want, you declare that data type. Along with that data type you have to declare the variable, that is star pointer. It is not ordinary variable, it is a pointer variable. Third step is assign the address of the variable to the pointer variable. Assign the address of the variable to the pointer variable. So but here we should not use a asterisk. So simply just assign the address of that variable to this variable. Okay, step 4, access the value of variable through a pointer variable using printf statement using indirection or dereferencing operator, that is a star printf. Here value of x is equal to percentages, this percentage f is nothing but star ptr. So then what is the advantage of these pointers and what are the disadvantages of pointers, we will see here. They can be used to point to variables of any basic data type, different data structures, arrays, functions, structures, unions, pointers, files, etc. So pointers are used to point to variables of any other basic data types, different data structures like arrays, functions, structures, unions, pointers, files, etc. So then the second advantage is, so data access will be faster data accessing. And third advantage is we can return multiple values from the called function to a calling function. In functions module already we have studied. So a calling function wants some value from the called function. Called function returns a single value after computation of that value back to calling function. But here this by using this pointers we can return multiple values from called function to calling function. And fourth advantage is dynamic memory allocation and deallocation is possible here. Dynamic memory allocation is nothing but during the execution of a program also we can declare the variables and we can reserve some amount of memory for those variables, that is called as a dynamic memory allocation. Deallocation means, so once that task is completed and that memory is not required for the program, at that time that memory can be freed up, so that other variables can occupy that memory location. So these are nothing but dynamic memory allocation and deallocation. In the next topic we will study this dynamic memory allocation and deallocation. So here are some disadvantages of pointers. So system crash may happen. It means the system may not work properly because of this system crash. So pointers containing invalid addresses or uninitialized pointers can cause the system crash. So when the system can crash, if pointers are containing invalid addresses or uninitialized pointers cause the system crash. If we don't initialize the address of a variable to pointer variable, at that time also system can crash. And second disadvantage is incorrect or improper use of pointer can cause the bugs or errors in a program which are very difficult to detect. And improper or incorrect use of pointers gives unpredictable or unexpected results or output. These are some disadvantages of pointers. Okay, in the next topic we will see dynamic memory allocation and deallocation.